Bruh. Nobody calls my phone until I start doing stuff. As soon as I start doing stuff, then does that happen to y'all too? Like nobody's calling your phone. As soon as you go to doing any goddamn thing, there goes somebody calling your phone, distracting you from what you're trying to do. Completely throw me off. Deuteronomy chapter 31, Moses' last counsel. So Moses went and spoke these words to all Israel. He said to them, I am 120 years old today. I am no longer able to come and go, and the Lord has said to me, you shall not cross this Jordan. It is the Lord your God who will cross ahead of you. He will destroy these nations before you and shall dispossess them. Joshua is the one who will cross ahead of you. Just as the Lord has spoken, the Lord will do to them just as he did to Sihon and Og, the kings of the Amorites, and to the land when he destroyed them. The Lord will deliver them up before you. And you shall do to them according to all the commandments which I have commanded you today. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or tremble at them. For the Lord your God is the one who goes with you. He will not fail you or forsake you. Then Moses called to Joshua and said to him, in the sight of all Israel, be strong and courageous, for you shall go with this people into the land which the Lord has sworn to their fathers to give them, and you shall give it to them as an inheritance. The Lord is the one who goes ahead of you. He will be with you. He will not fail you or forsake you. Do not fear or be dismayed. So Moses wrote this law and gave it to the priests, the sons of Levi, who carried the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and to all the elders of Israel. Then Moses commanded them, saying, at the end of every 7 years, at the time of the year of remission of debts, at the feast of booths, when all Israel comes to appear before the Lord your God at the place which he will choose, you shall read this law in front of all Israel in their hearing. Assemble the people, the men and the women and children, and the alien who is in your town, so that they may hear and learn and fear the Lord your God, and be careful to observe all the words of this law. The children who have not known will hear and learn to fear the Lord your God as long as you live on the land which you are about to cross the Jordan to possess. Israel will fall away. Then the Lord said to Moses, behold, the time for you to die is near. Call Joshua and present yourself at the tent of meeting, that I may commission him. So Moses and Joshua went and presented themselves at the tent of meeting. The Lord appeared in the tent in a pillar of cloud, and the pillar of cloud stood at the doorway of the tent. The Lord said to Moses, behold, you are about to lie down with your fathers, and this people will arise and play the harlot with strange gods of the land, into the midst of which they are going, and will forsake me and break my covenant which I have made with them. Then my anger will be kindled against them in that day, and I will forsake them and hide my face from them, and they will be consumed. And many evils and troubles will come upon them, so that they will say in that day, is it not because our God is not among us these evils have come upon us? But I will surely hide my face in that day because of all the evil which they will do, for they will turn to other gods. Now therefore write this song for yourselves and teach it to the sons of Israel. Put it on their lips, so that this song may be a witness for me against the sons of Israel. For when I bring them into the land flowing with milk and honey, which I swore to their fathers, and they have eaten and are satisfied, and become prosperous, and then they will turn to other gods and serve them, and spurn me and break my covenant. Then it shall come about, when many evils and troubles have come upon them, that this song will testify before them as a witness. For it shall not be forgotten from the lips of their descendants. For I know their intent which they are developing today, but before I have brought them into the land which I swore. So Moses wrote this song the same day and taught it to the sons of Israel. Joshua is commissioned. Then he commissioned Joshua the son of Nun and said, be strong and courageous, for you shall bring the sons of Israel into the land which I swore to them, and I will be with you. It came about when Moses finished writing the words of this law in a book until they were completed, that Moses commanded the Levites who carried the ark of the covenant of the Lord, saying, take this book of the law and place it beside the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, that it may remain there as a witness against you. For I know your rebellion and your stubbornness. Behold, while I am still alive with you today, you have been rebellious against the Lord. How much more than after my death? Assemble to me all the elders of your tribes, your officers, that I may speak these words in their hearing, and call the heavens and the earth to witness against them. For I know that after my death you will act corruptly and turn away from the way which I have commanded you, and evil will befall you in the latter days, for you will do that which is evil in the sight of the Lord, provoking him to anger with the work of your hands. And that was chapter 31, Deuteronomy. How you can be so full of life and loving and living and tired of it at the same time. It's like I just want to rest. All right, increasing your financial IQ. Too much money. At the start of this book, I wrote, there are two kinds of money problems. One problem is not enough money, and the other is too much money. In 1974, I was leaving the Marine Corps. I had to make up my mind which problem I wanted. If I wanted the problem of not enough money, I would take either the job with Standard Oil or the airlines. If I wanted the problem of too much money, I would take the job with Xerox, even if it paid least. As you know, I took the problem of too much money. I wanted an education, not just money. I chose Xerox because I knew I could be a ship's officer, and I knew I could be a pilot. I didn't know if I could be an entrepreneur. I knew I could fail. I also knew I would learn the most if I faced the risk of failing. If I let fear of failure or being poor win, I wouldn't even have gotten off the ground. One of the reasons people do not increase financial IQ number one is because they stick with what they know. Instead of taking on a new challenge and learning, they play it safe. Now, this doesn't mean you should do stupid and risky things. There are many things we could do but choose not to. For example, I could have chosen to climb Mount Everest, or I could have signed up for NASA's astronaut program, or I could have entered politics and run for public office. My point is that I chose my next challenge carefully, not haphazardly. I asked myself, what will my life be like if I take on this challenge and succeed? It's the same question I asked you to ask yourself. Helen Keller, the subject of the great movie The Miracle Worker, once said, life is a daring adventure or nothing. I agree. In my opinion, one way to increase your financial intelligence is to look at life as a learning adventure. For too many people, life is about playing it safe, doing the right things, and choosing job security over life. Your life does not have to be risky or dangerous. Life is about learning, and learning is about adventure. That is why I didn't go back to selling ships or flying planes. Even though I love both professions, it was time for a new adventure. Intelligence is not about monetizing old answers and avoiding mistakes. Behavior our school system defines as intelligence. True intelligence is about learning to solve problems in order to qualify to solve bigger problems. True intelligence is about the joy of learning rather than the fear of failing. Okay, and this one got a little drawing boxes and stuff in it. Y'all can pause that and take a gander at that. Maybe you can even read the whole little page, because that's the next chapter right there. Making more money. I think that's IQ number one. Financial IQ number one is making more money. So we will go down. We're going to need deeper time and length to break it down. I might do this one separate because we got the pictures with it, like he explained and everything. So I might do this one separate from my Bible reading. Or I might just keep them together. We don't know. We will see. If y'all see me later on here reading the Bible again, most likely going to have that financial IQ breakdown at the end. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Appreciate y'all for coming. Appreciate y'all for liking. Appreciate you for being here. Thank God that you is here. And don't be just, oh, thank God I'm above the dirt. Be happy to be alive. Sometimes having a high energy it seems draining. We just want to be lazy. But I am determined to this point going forward, I'm trying to be more high energy. I like being low key and just cool myself, but I want to be more high energy, more positive energy, more, hey, how you doing? Hey, hi, more smiles. Not fake, but just real. Like, don't fake smile, don't fake be happy, just really genuinely be happy and content. Because why not? Too much sad and mad shit going on. So I just say I'm just gonna try to have high energy versus low energy, because when we got low energy, we be like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that just because we being lazy. So I'm going to try to have high energy from here on out going 2024. High energy. No low energy shit. Because to make high profits, we need to be high energy. So turn that energy up. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. And order these two. Millionaire Mission. Whatever color you need. It's the number 1 Millionaire Mission on IG. Make sure y'all go follow the page.